this is probably one of the most deceiving mornings you guys would ever be watching right now. Proper glamorous morning, but last night was a bit of a different story. You know, I've always said when you're out here, you're playing with odds and things that can go wrong because you're doing things over and over again. And I know it was only a matter of time before we got hit by a proper good storm or a front or something like that. And I mentioned at the very start of my clip yesterday that there was a storm in the distance, a little bit worrying, and usually they die out before they get too far out to sea. But last night, about 9:30, I think it was, got woken up by a gust that hit the boat. It was probably about 40 knots, and looked up, and it's a new moon, so it's basically dark, like jet black, but you could just see this outline of this pitch black cloud that was just coming in to eat us. And I've always been extremely careful about how I anchor, where I anchor, and making sure that everything's good for that exact reason. If it happens, I know we're safe, but doesn't matter how careful you are and how many kind of things you consider when anchoring and when trying to be safe. When it happens, it's gnarly, hey. Like, it's a horrible, horrible feeling. So we ended up pushing through it. I was on the sat messenger to Jess last night. She was giving me updates on wind that was kind of hitting Hamo, because basically if it hits Hamo, it's coming out to us. And yeah, it just continued for 40 knots for a while. They had a huge lightning storm as well that we were watching just light up the sky all night. And then all of a sudden it would have been about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and just did this. I just said to Barry this morning, I just want to watch the horizon today. Like, it's too hot during the days, and these summer storms are just nearly every afternoon. So if we have anything like that build up, or anything over here build up, probably going to call it and just fly home this afternoon, because I can only imagine how poor Jess was feeling during the whole thing, and me just messaging her on the sat phone going, it's pretty bad. But yeah, let's go jigging.
Let's go jigging.
Barry. Oh, whoa, man. Oh my God. Oh, this is big. This is real big. Come on, baby. Get up here. Yeah, I can, it's weird. I can feel it like in its teeth. Please tell me. Please tell me. Oh, Barry, first drop.
Oh, wow.
First drop, Barry. Oh, first drop for the boys. Yes.
Wow.
Get in here, you red dog. Oh yeah!
What do you think about that? What?
Holy! Start to the morning. To think last night we 40 knots. Woke up, gathered ourselves, put on some music, had a good sing. Just went, you know what? Fresh start. First drop. This thing appears. Man. Absolute tank of a red. Today's gonna be a very cool day, guys. I'm gonna spend the whole day finding ground, showing you everything I know about jigging and finding this kind of country, and stay tuned, it's gonna be a goodie. If this is the start of it, we deserve it. Last night was shit. Alright. While I was dealing with mine, Barry snuck down his jig. What's going on, mate? Explain to us the situation. Wow. Matt woke you up last night and said, can you feel that breeze? It's a bit full on. Yeah. Barry didn't want to say anything. He was a little bit worried, but you know, it was nice. He did say, I wouldn't want to be in the boat with anyone else, so. Yeah,
she got a little bit hairy.
I'll take that. Now the boys are just bending. Oh, look, it's not as big, but it's another red. Oh, that might be a backdoor special. Barry snuck in a quick drop there. Spin his head towards the sun a bit more. Let's get the colors on that thing. Wow, man. Epic, bro. Stoked for you. That's 60 on the dot, that one. Imagine how tasty that little fella's gonna be. Woo! Okay, we're gonna have a look for a bit of ground here. I'll zoom out on the sounder. Kind of the way I start doing it is basically zooming out on my sounder and having a look at contour lines. It's as basic and as easy as that. Like, I'm just gonna look for contour lines and a few lumps and bumps. If I go over anything in particular that looks half okay, what I do is a big figure of 8 over it, and that way I cover the ground, because sometimes you may have only just kind of gone over the edge of it, and it may look not worth it, but you go around and you cross over, you might have just touched the edge of whatever it was, then all of a sudden you go back and you find the actual mark or the fish. So I do a lot of zigzagging over contour lines, and then when I find anything, I'll do a figure of 8 around it and then delete the mark if it's no good. But you can see here, so we've got I'll zoom in. That's actually a really good show. I'm just going to mark that. That's kind of as easy as it is, you know, like this is where we were. I can't touch the screen, otherwise you devos will try and find me marks, but that's my last 2 marks we just found. So I've just gone, you see there, a little bit further across, and I've come across that lump. Now, it may look like a pretty gradual lump, and it looks long, but the thing is, we're only traveling at like 5 knots, and we're traveling against the current, so we're really not moving too fast. So like if you were traveling fast, say 25-30 knots, and you went over that lump, it would look like a perfect little spike, because you go over it in like 2 seconds, you know, or 3 seconds. As I'm going on here, there's just more and more kind of bait and stuff, so let's just turn around and fish that quickly, find out what's there, and if we catch a few fish of it, I can leave the mark. You can always come back and look later, but yeah, there's a few, it's probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 good fish sitting on the top of that, and I'm going to have a quick drift on it. So I'll just suss out, we were kind of going straight back up, be very close if we stop there actually. Alright, let's give that a hit. I'm going to send the vibe down, 46 meters, a little bit shallower than usual, which is nice, but the current's raging, so It's hard because we're allowing so much water to drift back onto it, and you're trying to pinpoint that mark. We'll get there. Is it ever going to hit the bottom? Fish is eating it while it's tangled up.
Really?
Yeah. I was trying to untangle it, and as I hit the rod butt, it just went.
I can help you with that.
And of course it's large.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right. Whoa.
Any ideas yet?
Absolutely no idea. But it can pull string. I'm not going to go hard on it because I don't even know how the hooks are set up. I have a feeling it's a China, but we never know, Barry. Fishing new ground here, could be anything. Had a feeling. Yeah.
Good size?
Oh, you'll be big. Pretty rare, but every now and again the vibes get tangled. You can see me whacking on the rod butt because you can untangle it, and as I was whacking on the rod butt, he's come to eating it. If you look closer, you'll see the trebles entwined there. That's why it wasn't vibing. It's really rare that it happens. A few knocks rod butt usually fixes it, but didn't that time. Still cleaned it up. They got so much power. Pliers? Yep, got them. And then they just do that, like madness. What a day.
Pretty impressive. Yeah, the last night I thought we're going to wake up.
Oh,
My Lord.
on the drop. Oh, wow. Oh! Oh! Hand slipped off the Rodney! Oh! How was that cooking?
What is that?
Oh, that's a trout, man.
Oh my.
Oh my. That is a trout. That's a tank of a trout, that thing. It's a monster common. Usually you get giant bar cheek out here, but it's so hot. That is an absolute brutal common trout. Something about hooking these trout, like that first initial run, set the hooks and they know where their home is, and if you don't stop them in that first 10 meters, he's got ya. Pair of lentis on there. Between lentis and sea rangers, the most grabby hooks and strongest and most quality hooks getting out there, 100%. 80 gram gypsy. Man, I'm wrecked, eh? Are you shaking, Barry?
Yeah.
It's so hot. Good fish, happy with that. All right, I'll give you a real quick understanding of just what's going on, just so you understand. Like, it's, you know, you always see me fishing and dropping and catching fish, but there's a lot that goes into it. So I've got a couple of marks here on the sounder you're just about to see. We are heading to them. We're kind of going to jig our way home. As we're on the burn, I've just come across this. So what do we got here? So they're the marks that I was heading to, and we're coming across this line here, and you can see that really big one we've gone over, and then all of a sudden we've hit this last one. And that big green spike on the top of that last one, sitting at 30 knots, that's bait and fish. So I haven't gone back to it, but the cool thing about Simrads is I should be able to touch it. Like, you just do that, touch the screen. You guys can't see the mark, but I can mark it and I'll get out of it. If you look back here, there it is on my track line. Makes life very, very easy. We're gonna zoom in now. I'm gonna go over the top of that and you should be able to see these fish. So I'll line it up. Okay, we're getting pretty close, and this is what we're about to, I'll just go to full screen so you can see it. Bam, look at that. Oh, it's getting bigger. That's getting, oh. What's that? That's from 46 to 56. Very happy with that one. I'll be extremely surprised if we don't pull some good fish off that. What a horrible angle here. Oh, oh you. Oh! No! No!
Double thumb?
Let him go.
Oh no.
Might be here a while, guys. We are on the Explore. It's still a fish, and it's fighting. I got colour. Oh, let him semi-float up. Big fella. Oh. Trying to help you. Won't be fat rocks. Let it out. All right, this is it. He's gonna go. Ready? Oh, yes. Beautiful. Monster fish. I can see colour berry, and it's not the most ideal species for you, but it's a species. They can pull a
Fucking oh.
Oh, he's big. Bring him in the shade. He's a real big one. Oh, my back. Spinal. You got there. You've definitely got a thing for Chinas at the moment, hey?
Yeah.
What's that? 120 Gypsy. A couple of 80-70s on there. Nice fish, bro.
Thanks, man.
Surely not.
Another one.
Nah, it's fighting. Kinda felt like a trout. Yeah, just whacked it and ran. Don't know though. Oh, just, you know, sometimes can call a big bar cheek. Hey buddy, just traveling over, you know, finding new ground. Finding new ground is definitely one of my favorite things to do. You never know what you're going to find. Could be giant reds, could be big barries. This case we found so far a big cod, a juvenile red and a big bar cheek. So just shows like it's big potential, this little spot. Going to drift over here a couple more times, but that's the nomad swim vibe. Decided to pick up the swim because we're not drifting too fast. So it's a 150, it's a big one. I was trying to like really entice something and this guy liked it. Take that. Oh, Barry. Oh, that pulled drag. Oof. Oof.
Didn't want to join up to the gym.
Come play with me, Joe. Come play. Oh, that's a fish, Barry.
Oh my.
Oh, you had me. We got him. Well, I got you. I can feel your line.
Yeah.
Big time.
I've got the bottom too.
Fair bit going on here. Just bring yours to me. Might, if he hasn't done circles, you can pick it, put your lines together.
We've got cover.
He's definitely circling. Okay, we're clear. Yeah. It's a chiny. I'll go under. It's just a chiny. Little chiny. You can tell they're semi-juvenile. They got that white tip still hanging off the tail there. Still just incredible how hard they go. He'll just swim straight back down. Well, that's it for another trip. We were going to spend another night out there, but it ended up just being so incredibly hot. The idea of having aircon, a shower, pretty amazing. It's only a couple hours away, so it was an easy call for us just to quickly make it back. And I think it was a good call. If you look behind me, there's storms brewing. There's one out the front. They're all along the coastline at the moment. It's just so incredibly hot that it's a bit dangerous to just be spending nights out there. So last night was a bit of a wake-up call, but it was really nice to also have it happen. I needed it to happen just to have that safe feeling and know that the things that I'd predicted in safety, like safety reasons, you know, me anchoring and doing all the rest of it, worked, and it worked really well, and I stuck to it. We're all good. So Esky's looking amazing, and to have all those new marks in the sounder now, that every one of them produce fish. So I know it's hard for you guys to say, you know, you've got marks that you know hold fish, and to not go and fish them and to go and search. It's really quite a thing to be able to do that. So look, in future, have a look around. You got spare half an hour, just spend the time, look around. It's so worth it. But yeah, I'll definitely be fishing some of those ones later on down the track. I don't know what the next couple of days holds though. Like, it's really good weather, so might go and pick up Johnny, see what he wants to do over the next couple of days. Might go for a dive, I don't know. Leave it up to maybe the weather. I haven't even had a look over the next couple of days, but there will definitely be something happening, so keep an eye out for the next couple of videos. Cheers for watching, guys, and I'll make sure that everything I did today, sounder, transducer, the whole lot's in the description, just so you guys know for in future if you want to have a similar setup.